Can I tell you that this place that God is preparing for you, it's not for everybody. It's a prepared place just for you. And sometimes we want everybody to go with us. We want everybody to experience what God is doing in our life. But I believe for you, in this season that God is bringing you into, it's a season that you have to have total trust in God. And you have to understand that not everybody can go with you. And also understand that not everybody is going to understand what God is doing in your life. And I think the dangerous thing about trying to get people to understand what they won't understand is simply they won't understand. So we'll waste so much time trying to have somebody understand something that was never meant for them to understand. So God is telling you that the season that you're entering into, the place that He's bringing you into, do it scared, but just do it. Don't hold back. Keep moving forward. Keep doing the things that He has required for you to do. And sometimes we look at our mistakes, we look at some things that we've done, and we begin to say, well, Lord, I'm unworthy. And we stay there. But I'm here to let you know that, yeah, you are unworthy, but God still called you, and God is still calling you. So you have to hold true to what God is calling you to do. And don't be so afraid and don't be so worried, about what could happen, and focus on what's going to happen. God is going to provide for you. And God is telling you that you are entering into your winning season. So now you have to shift your mindset, because so many times we have our mindset, or we have the mindset of our former selves, when God is saying, I'm bringing you into a new season, and you have to have another kind of mindset, a victorious kind of mindset. So don't allow your shortcomings, don't allow your downfalls, don't allow the things that, the enemy would accuse you of to hold you back. But what the Lord is even saying, even right now, is to continue to move forward in the things of God. And there are going to be some areas that you're going to be nervous. There's going to be some areas that you're going to be scared. But the most important part is just to keep on moving, just to keep on moving into the things that God has called you to move into. And it's not going to be an easy road. And sometimes we believe that the road that God has called us to walk upon is easy, but it's not an easy road. But what I can say is that it is a road that's worth it, because everything that God brings us to, He brings us through. And you have to understand and have the assurance and have the faith that God didn't bring you this far to leave you, but He's going to bring you the rest of the way. And sometimes we may not understand why we're in what we're in, or why we're dealing with what we're dealing with. But it's for the simple fact that God is proving Himself strong through you. And sometimes that's, even hard to understand, especially when we're dealing with, uh, faith issues, or we're dealing with insecurity issues, like, God, how are you going to use my current situation to get me to another place in you? But that's why I love that Romans 8:28. It's actually one of my favorite scriptures. And it says that all things work together for the good to them that love the Lord and are called according to His purpose. So I really feel this strongly, that the Lord is calling you to a higher place. The Lord is calling you, and you feel the call, you feel the pull, you feel the tug, you feel what God is doing in your life. So you have to lean into that. One of my other favorite scriptures is, lean not to thy own understanding, but acknowledge the Lord in all of our ways, and He will direct our path. You have to understand that in this next season, you're not going to know which way to go. You're not going to know which way to turn. And sometimes that's why we refuse to move forward, because we're waiting for that sense of direction. But what God is even saying to you is that He's going to be the one that's going to lead you, and He's going to be the one that's going to guide you. So you just have to trust in the fact that He is guiding you and that He is leading you, and that you're not going to get the blueprint. We all want the blueprint. Trust me, I want the blueprint, sometimes, or as to what God is doing in my life. Like, God, show me something. But God is not going to necessarily show you, but He is going to bring you all the way. But you have to be still, you have to trust Him, and you have to believe Him. And not just believe Him for salvation, but you have to believe Him to guide you in this new territory, in this new season, in uncertainty, in the pain, even in sickness and in heartache. You have to trust Him because He still got you. He still has your hand, in the palm of His hand. But the Lord is saying you have to trust Him even now, even in this season, because where He's taking you, nobody has ever been, and you have to hold fast to where God is taking you. You may not know it. You don't know the direction. You don't even know where it is. Just like with Abraham, when God called Abraham out, and the Bible says to a place that God was going to show him. He didn't know. So if he didn't know, but God still came through, God's still going to come through just for you. So I just wanted to jump on here really quickly to encourage you to keep holding on, to encourage you not to give up, to encourage you to let you know that even if you're in a dark place right now, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, and that God is with you, that God is for you, that God is going to keep you, that God is going to continue to cover you, and I would love to hear from you. You can leave something in the comments. I'll be praying for you, because God have you heavy on my spirit, and God is with you, and God is for you. So don't allow your situation, don't allow what's going on around you, don't allow what you're dealing with to stop you from moving forward. Because, as I say all the time, the enemy can care less, about us getting aggravated, about us getting frustrated. He doesn't care about that. What he really cares about is stopping our progress. And so if he can stop your progress, then he's winning. But I just want to encourage you tonight to don't lose heart, don't lose hope, that God is making a way, that God is for you, and that God is going to continue to keep you and cover you. And I would love to talk to you in the comment section, and I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying with you. God bless you, and I'll see you soon.